Hello everyone, so I'm here with my friend Moises. Well, in order to start with, the idea is just to introduce yourself in front of the camera, and then I'm going to ask you some different questions about how you learned English.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Moses. I'm 28 years old. I am an environmental engineer and that's pretty much it.
Okay, very good, excellent. Um, can you tell me which languages do you speak?
I do speak fluently, I would say English. And I'm trying to get better at German.
German? Okay, how did you learn English?
I learned by watching YouTube videos, also watching a lot of TV series. Like I did it as well by listening music in English of artists that I really like Ed Sheeran. But mostly I would say YouTube videos. I was looking for teachers that were that were explaining that specific language, and I liked it, and I just started doing it. I also went to different conversational meetings in my city, Bogota, where I was able to share my ideas in English, like to practice my speaking skills. And with the lapse of the time, I was just getting better.
Okay. Okay, I have some questions about that. So you said that you were. Okay, first question. When did you start learning, or when did you start that journey of learning English by your own?
By my own. It started in 2016. I remember that specific year because I was studying at Libre University, and in there I was taking English 1. There was this teacher that I really liked, and just by taking his classes, I just got the feeling that I needed to learn English. So that's when it started, like second semester of 2016.
Of environmental engineering.
Yeah, I was studying that career as well in that specific university.
Okay, okay, good. And what conversational meetings? What kind of conversational meetings?
There was one really famous in Bogota that was called Dame tu lengua. That's a really common one, but I was going to that one and one that is called just Meetup. That's the name of the app. So you can sign in right there with your email, and you can find different meetings or of different topics. So the meetings I was going to were specifically to share languages. So you could either practice French, English, German, Portuguese one time. So I just did that like weekly on Saturdays for maybe 6 months, and that really helped me a lot because when I was watching videos in my house, I was just repeating what the teacher was saying in the YouTube video, but I wanted to do the same thing with a person right in front of me. So that's what I did.
Interesting. Why did you learn English at first?
At the beginning, to be honest, it was because I dreamed that. I mean, it was related with my teacher also, and with the English class that I was taking.
Mm-hmm.
But I dreamt that I was in Museo del Oro, and that I was just seeing the Poporo, that it is the most famous thing in that specific museum. But when I dreamt about it, I remember that I was speaking with someone in English, so I dreamt that. And when I woke up, I remember that I said that I want to learn English, and the rule that I had for my own that I wanted to learn it without paying anything to anyone. So that's pretty much the reason I started.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you questions that I have prepared for you. The first question is, how has English been part of your professional life? For example, in call centers or your career in environmental engineering?
Well, my first professional like journey was entirely focused on English because I have like 4 years of experience in the call center industry. So it was mainly in English, so that was key just to be hired, right? that helped me a lot because I was speaking with native people every single day during every single call. So that helped me a lot with my listening, with my speaking skills, and my understanding of any usual conversation. So that was key for the call center industry. Now, if I'm talking about specifically my career, environmental engineer, I just graduated last year, so I have only 1 year of experience in that specific role, and it has helped me a lot because, to be honest, in the group I am part of right now, that it is the sustainability team, there is only one person that speaks English besides myself, and that will be my boss. So when we're having meetings with investors, when we're having meetings with stakeholders that are interested in selling us some sensors, some information that we're going to be doing to develop our projects, it's important to be able to kind of transmit or share the ideas that we want to develop. And in order to do that, we have to be fluent, or at least a bit clear in English. So that has been key for me, and it is one of the strong suits that I have in my current company right now. So that's key as well. English, I would say, is right now something that you have to acquire. It doesn't matter if you're working in a call center industry or an engineer one.
Okay. Are you the only one who speaks English at your company?
Only, like, it would be my boss and I, only the two of us that can actually express something in a kind of a good manner. It would be the two of us only. But right now my boss, because she's interested in every single one speaking English, she started this exercise of every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. we are going to be having a meeting for 1 hour in English, and we have been doing that for 3 weeks now. So my role in there is to actually correct my colleagues, but it has been fun. But she knows that English is key, so that's why she started that specific exercise. Like 3 weeks ago, we started having that specific meeting, 1 hour per week, in which every single one of us is going to be speaking in English, and it has been great and fun as well.
Did you know when you started working at this job that English was a key for you?
I didn't know that it was key. I knew it in the moment I got the interview, because there was a friend of mine who was the one that offered me the job, but he didn't tell me that English was going to be one of my strong suits. But later on, I learned that was one of the main reasons I was hired, because the only person that was speaking English was my boss, not even my friend. So I remember that during that interview, she just said to me, "Is there any way I can switch to English to test your English level?" I said yes, and we started. She liked it, and that's the main reason I was hired, because I didn't have experience like in the engineer thing. So yeah.
Would you say that if you didn't know English, would you be hired?
No, I know for a fact that it's not the case, because 4 months after being hired, I just got a conversation with my boss, and she was worried that I didn't have any experience, like that that all the 4 years of experience that I had were only in call centers. I mean, she knew that I knew English, or at least that I can communicate using English, but she kind of placed in a balance knowing English and my professional experience that was none at all. So she just kind of literally took a leap of faith with me, and it worked.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, in your learning process, okay, let's talk about that. When you were at the university, and that you got as a motivation your English teacher and the rest of the things that you had in mind, did your learning process come naturally, or did it take a lot of effort? What would you say?
It didn't. I don't feel that it was effort, because I was having fun. So I think that was key for me. I had the opportunity to learn German, like taking classes, because of my university as well. Um, and that was different because I was actually I had homework, so there is this pressure that you have to kind of accomplish something when you are kind of obligated to do it. But when I was learning English, I was doing it because I dream about it and because I was feeling inspired by my teacher. So whenever he gave me any task that I have to make, I just did my extra mile, literally. Like he was asking me to perform an interview with someone using the WH questions. I didn't do it with my friend, with my father or something like that, close and easy to do. I went to that conversational meeting with new people and I asked them, hey, is there any way I can record you, like answering my questions? And I have those videos on YouTube. So I was having fun. I just was interested in doing it. There was no pressure, like outside pressure that was letting me know you're going to be getting a grade for this, 5 out of 5, or you can miss this specific class. It was just out of motivation because I wanted to do it. It was fun for me. So I didn't feel any like that it was hard. It was fun, literally. And that's it. It was fun. I didn't feel any pressure at all.
Do you think some people are born with more talent for languages than others?
I don't think that. I think it is a skill, and as any skill, it can be developed as well. I am aware that there are some people that have like many gifts, like they're naturally gifted. Probably some people that are more naturally, sorry, kind of involved around languages, and maybe it can be easier for them. I know that there may be that kind of people, but I think that as a skill, it can be developed as well. Like if you put effort in that and the right motivation, if you are disciplined enough, you can accomplish that. Maybe not at the same velocity or at the same rate, but you will be getting there, probably.
There are a lot of people that they spend a lot of time trying to learn the English, and they actually learn the grammar, but they don't learn how to speak the language. It was not your case. You learned the language, and it was immediately that you could produce the language. Would you think, or could you, or I mean, do you think that was because you are extrovert or like a social person?
It might be related to that because just by going to these conversational meetings, it was to talk, literally. So if you're shy, you're not going to be feeling comfortable talking, and even less if you're actually talking in a different language, not your own. So that would be an aspect, yes, but I would say it was just because I kind of wanted to replicate my real life in English, not only in Spanish. So by watching a video or listening music or watching a TV series, I was just hearing, seeing, but I was not producing anything. I could understand it, but I didn't really produce, or I couldn't replicate at the time. So I decided to make that step to start speaking with someone else, even if he had the same level as me. But yeah, it's just to take that extra step, like to work in the different skills. So reading, listening, speaking, and that's it. Those are the ones I remember now.
Okay, good. Okay, at those conversational meetings, do you feel by any chance like uncomfortable or close to give up, maybe?
More than uncomfortable, I say, and I can say this to you because I've noticed those things from my colleagues in these last 3 weeks, where my boss and we have been kind of leading these English meetings, like to help them improve their level. It's not about being uncomfortable, but more about being vulnerable, you know? Because in English, in Spanish, sorry, you can express yourself as you want. You can say every single thing that you're thinking because you know how to do it. So if you're starting with a new language, you don't know how to do it. So you know you have a lot of things in your mind, but you cannot produce any words. So you are actually vulnerable. You don't know if what you're saying is right, if it is complete, if the other person is going to be um, getting what you're trying to say. So it's being vulnerable. But that happens maybe during the first 6 minutes maybe of your conversation, because you're in a table with 5 people, and you notice that every single one of them is vulnerable just as you. So you're opening yourself in front of strangers, they're doing the same with you. So there is one moment, usually after 5-6 minutes of talking, that you're like, okay, we're all the same, we're all practicing, maybe he's better than me right now, but we're improving. We're here because we want to get better at English. So it's being vulnerable, but after a moment, after that kind of effort that you make, you will feel more comfortable and more secure of what you're doing.
Have you done over those conversations or those participations there recently, or?
No, it's been a while since I went to one of those. A lot of time, like 3 years. It's been a while. I missed it, and I actually should do it in German because I'm more comfortable in English now speaking. But I should try it in German. I should put myself. I should play myself in that scenario again.
So you said that you feel comfortable now speaking English.
Yeah.
When exactly did you, or would you say that you improved immediately or quickly the English speaking?
I have tried to remember the specific date when it happened, but to be honest, it was just a click. I would like to say that it was maybe, I don't know, maybe 2018, like 2 years after. Yeah, I mean, it took me a while. I don't remember it. Maybe it's not that it's not even that year, but I know that it was a click, and that's what I can think of. Like, there was just one moment in which I was speaking slow, and then at the next day I was just speaking fast. I don't remember the specific date.
Was before the call center or was after?
No, it was before. It was before. It was before, or maybe during the call center. Because when I started, I was just doing tickets, so it was just typing and reading. It was not that much speaking. But in our training, we had to read or speak out loud. So maybe that was the scenario. I was surrounded by English, so maybe in that specific time frame, it happened.
Okay, thank you. Do you feel that you have a different personality when you speak in another different language, German or English?
I would say that I am still the same, but I don't really have the level in which I can be 100% myself in English. Because in Spanish I mention a lot of words. I'm always talking like really fast, like making jokes or something like that. That is something that I cannot currently replicate in English. Maybe at English would be my 85% of me right now at my current level, and with German it's even worse. It would be like 30%, because I'm more worried about what I'm saying and if it is correctly said. So I'm not really being myself. I'm just trying not to mess up.
How do you think that your languages connect you with the other cultures and other people?
I believe languages are a bridge. It's not, I mean, they are part of culture as well. Like if we're talking about Colombia, Spanish itself, just the Colombian accent or different regional accents, that's part of our own culture. But I would say that language itself is a bridge. So that English bridge is just letting me know by words what the other person is interested in sharing with me, so I can get what he likes or she likes, what she enjoys doing, like their dreams, their goals, their fears. Those kind of deep things can be shared through that bridge that is the language, and in this case, English. Since it is the most common one, like it is said that every single person should speak English, so it's great that you can communicate, or at least try to communicate with someone that is from a different continent. So it's a bridge. To me, it's a bridge, and as a bridge, you can cross from one place to another.
Have you traveled abroad?
Yeah,
What places have you traveled?
I went to Europe in 2022. I had a connection flight in Georgia, in the U.S. But I was speaking there only with the guards. But yeah, in Europe, mainly Europe, and that's the language that I use to communicate myself. Even when I was in even when I was in France, I didn't know French, so I did it with English, and they were able to like answer to me, reply to me in English.
Have you ever felt differently because of your accent, or have people treat you differently because of the accent, or because of your native language?
In the call center industry, because of my accent, some of them said to me that I had a strong accent, even though my kind of countrymen, Colombian people, they have said that I have good pronunciation, not every single time, but that I have good pronunciation. So for me, it was shocking when a native speaker was saying to me, you have a strong accent. So I don't take it personal, to be honest, but I've had those issues. But specifically with people that is actually native, but they're also bad people. So they were being mean to me. But usually with great people, they just say, "Oh, you speak great," and that's it. At least you can communicate with me. You can understand deep ideas. So that's fine. It depends of the people. People is usually nice, especially if you're actually learning.
Okay, we are almost finishing. Okay, due to the fact of knowing English, do you think it has opened professional doors for you, or changed how people see your work?
Yeah. I've noticed that more in my job as engineer, because in the call center everyone spoke English, so that's normal. That's just one of the attributes that you have to have. But in my engineer role right now, like I'm always in the meetings that we're having with the stakeholders, or with the people who is interested in investing in our projects, because we handle international projects. So they're Australian, they're American, they're French. So the common language that we're sharing ideas with, prices, schedules of delivery, is always in English. So when my boss is thinking if who will be there to support what I'm interested in sharing, is Moses. I'm the only one right now. We're working on that, but I think that more than doors, I think you said, like it was opening doors, it is giving me more opportunities, or it's giving me a spotlight at least of, oh, this is the one I can get assistance with if I'm interested in having a meeting in English.
Thank you. What advice would you give to someone who is starting to learn another language?
Well, my colleagues are starting with English right now. So what I suggested to them is that they have to be really, really immersed in the language. So I suggest to them to change their settings of their cell phone to have every single thing in English. There was something that I used with German specifically, and is that when I was learning adjectives, I was asking the people I know like an adjective that they would like to be like recognized as. So for example, you said to me that I use glasses, so I was going to be saving you as my contact, not as Valentina, but as glasses. So every single time I am seeing your status, your stories, I will see glasses, and I will remember, oh, it's because she wear glasses or gafas, right? So I suggest that to them, that if they're watching a TV series, that they do it in the original language with subtitles, but in English. If they don't understand, they can pause and look for the meaning. Also, if they use sticky notes, they can place it in different places in their home, in their computer, and that's it. If they know someone that speaks that language they're interested in learning, try to speak with them in that language, even if it is through short sentences, and that's it. Like, just do it. Immerse yourself in the language and have fun.
Okay, thank you. And just to finish, in one word, how would you describe your learning process or journey that you had?
I would say I'm between fun and just natural. I didn't feel any pressure. I was just having fun. Like it didn't feel I didn't feel any weight on my shoulders. I was just being myself, just with a different language. That's it. Natural. I would say natural. That's it.
Thank you, Moises.
Thank you.